Ooh, you know what? Let me see if I can put my thingy in another thingy tab to see if I can see who's here. Oh, I did that the other day and it worked out swimmingly. I think I did it yesterday and it was only Patty Taylor. So thank you for being here, Patty. Yeah, let me see if that works. Good morning, everybody. How the heck are you? I'm just trying to see so that if I can potentially keep going back to comments. That would be if there are any. I mean, it's pretty early. I'm an early bird. I'm just saying. Let me make sure this is muted because I don't want to hear me. I don't want to hear me. Ew. I don't want to. Okay, so good. There I am. Hi. Hi. How are you? It's Thursday and I feel like I'm fighting off something. I hate that. I was up all night. My throat was dry. My nose was kind of, and I did the nasal spray this morning. So I'm really praying that it doesn't blow into anything because I can't. I hate being sick. I mean, it's one thing. I don't like being sick because there's no time for that. Do you know what I mean? There's no time for it. So hopefully I don't get it, and I'm just grabbing it by the you know whonies and just taking it down before it even gets in and ravages my system. Good morning. My name is Kiki. For those of you who are new here, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you like music and entertainment news. And also, please download our free app to our amazing online streaming radio station, Kiki.fm. So fun. And he plays with it all the time. I'm like, I didn't know that song was in there. He's like, yeah, it was. But I listen to it all the time, and you're just not going to hear the same songs over and over and over again. That's the cool thing about it. So give us a listen. Hit the like button on this video. I would totally appreciate it. And I'd like to say thank you to my members, Patty and Tanya and Deej, Redsma, and Christine. And Christine's so cute. Yes, she goes, I missed you again, dang it, live. But there is the replay, and that's the good thing. So even if you're not up with the roosters when I'm up, because that's what I do, you can just watch it later, which is pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead. First of all, let me see if anyone's here. Scott. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Scott. And Al, can you give me a ride? Oh, Scott said he's driving and Al wants a ride. Very, very cute. Anywho, let's go ahead and get into everything. My goodness. Ace Frehley's death is being investigated according to TMZ. I'm like, wait a minute. So the title of this article says, Kiss guitarist Ace Frehley toxicology tests underway to finalize cause of death. Wow. And we thought the fall did it, but maybe the fall really did do it. Someone clearly wants this passing of this iconic guitarist investigated. So we know that Ace had fallen, I guess, a couple of times, and a New Jersey medical examiner is now investigating his death. And I just recently, literally a little while ago, saw a picture on TikTok of Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. Looks like they're getting on a plane. So maybe it's to go to the service for Ace. You know, it's not been confirmed nor denied. So we don't know, however, and it didn't look like AI, but again, who the heck knows nowadays? You just don't know. But I'm just letting you know what I saw. An autopsy was not performed on Ace, but his body is getting a toxicology screening along with an external body examination. And the rep for the Morris County Medical Examiner Office said that Ace's cause of death will be finalized within the next few weeks after the toxicology report is completed. And TMZ said that they did break the story that Ace was on life support after being hospitalized with a brain bleed. And of course, that brain bleed was from a fall he had taken a couple of weeks prior. And the family had made the very, very difficult decision to remove him from the ventilator. You know, when a family decides to do that, clearly there's no hope and there's no getting better from that, from the circumstance you are in at that point in time. And since Ace's passing, this is from KTLO.com. Of course, their catalog sales for their music has gone up significantly after the passing of Ace Frehley, which is crazy, right? Every time someone passes away, their music streaming record sales go through the roof. It's insane. Why can't it happen before? So the artist can enjoy and say, look at that. Look at that, honey. My gosh, little Billy, who's 12, is now listening to my music and I'm 102. See, that, that would be nice, but it happens after everybody leaves. And it's just like, oh, I should go see that person now because I know they're dying. Why didn't you go see them 10 years ago? Why am I going there? Because my brain makes me go there, and I apologize. The Kiss catalog saw a huge boost following the October 16th death of one of the band's founding members, Ace Frehley. He passed away at the age of 74. 4,500 digital songs sold, which was an increase of 1,664%. The catalog also saw a 187% increase in on-demand streams. And the song that got the biggest bump was Frehley's 1978 solo recording of New York Groove, which was a number 13 hit for the rocker. It sold over 700 copies. Wow, 4,200% increase, and had 318,000 streams, which was a 530% increase. And of course, Ace was supposed to finish out tour dates for the rest of this year, but because of ongoing medical issues, he had to cancel those dates, and then sadly, he passed away. So more to come on that. Jon Bon Jovi, he's had his singing issues in the past. However, Cutie Pie John has said that, you know what? We're going on the road. We're getting back out there. I'm going to put my voice back in front of my fans, whether you like it or not. He's going on tour next year. And this is the first time that him and his band have been on the road since 2022. And that's when he had his vocal cord surgery. So the Forever Tour starts on July 7th of 2026 with 4 shows at the MSG. And that's not something that goes in your Chinese food, kids. It's Madison Square Garden. Did you know about MSG? You can ask for your Chinese food to not have MSG added to it. I guess MSG makes you want to drink more and eat more. Is that like a drug? Isn't that considered like a crack? That's why Chinese food, I try to stay away from it, even though I love it. Spring rolls have become my favorite, but they do put an additive, allegedly, in their food to make you want more and more and more. And you notice you're never really full after you eat Chinese food. But, it's just one of those guilty pleasures you have to have once in a while. So Jon Bon Jovi with his band will be heading overseas to Ireland and the UK for this tour when it starts on July 7th of next year. And John said there is a lot of joy in this announcement, joy that we can share these nights together with our amazing fans, and joy that the band can be together. I am lucky enough to be able to hold a light out to the audience each night and stand in their reflection for a tremendous collective experience. I get to stand in the we of our concerts. What does that mean? Is he going to go perform within the audience? He'll get tackled. He will. People will try to lick his face. And he goes on to say, and I've spoken extensively on my gratitude, but I will say it again. I'm deeply grateful that the fans and the brotherhood of this band have been patient and allowed me the time needed to get healthy and prepare for touring. I'm ready and I am excited. That's from Jon Bon Jovi. I don't think he said it like that. Pre-sales happen on Halloween at 10 a.m. Well, actually, no, regular sales start on Halloween at 10 a.m. Pre-sales start on Tuesday at 10 a.m. And it's a positive turn for Jon Bon Jovi, who said last year he might have to give up performing live because of the problems with his vocal cords. I mean, he was ripped to shreds, that poor guy. And of course, I, like many others, watched a lot of, the clips of his shows online. And some of them just weren't good. But like I had said in the past, I remember saying back then, he should come out and say, listen, I'm not at my finest right now. And here's the reason why. But he didn't. He didn't say he had vocal cord issues or he was having problems. He didn't. He just went out there and sang not so well, and people ripped him apart. Or you had the other side of the fence that was saying, I don't care what he sounds like. I want to see Jon Bon Jovi. But honestly, most of the critiques were critiques of his voice, and they weren't good. So again, some of the clips I had watched were not good. And I just kind of feel like I'm still in the camp of, if you're not going to be good and you're charging fans all of this money for tickets and you're not giving a stellar performance, say something. And then people can decide whether they want to see you or not. I mean, John doesn't need the money. He really doesn't. He doesn't need the money. He's a gazillionaire. And according to People magazine, this article says Bon Jovi announces return to touring in 2026 as frontman says he's ready and excited after vocal cord surgery. So it's the same type of article. And it looks like the 4 dates for MSG will be July 7th, the 9th, the 12th, and the 14th. Froggy. And then in Edinburgh in the UK, that's on August 28th. Dublin, August 30th, and September 4th in London. So he's giving himself some time in between, which I think is great. That looks like the whole schedule at this point. Is it? I don't know. But so 7 dates. And to me, I think that's great that he's spacing them out like that, because he's had vocal cord surgery and he wants to sound good. So maybe it'll be a good run. I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell. I don't see anything really new here. Oh, okay. Here we go. He says, I'm capable of singing. I have a total frog in my throat. And you know why? Because like I said, I'm coming down with something. But I'm letting you know that. I'm telling you. So the price of admission here, I'm just letting you know. So John said, I'm capable of singing. What I'm not necessarily capable of is 2.5 hours a night, 4 nights a week, but I'm aspiring to get that back. So see, there you go. He's being honest. And that's what you got to do. You just got to be honest. So I looked up Richie Sambora. I'm like, what's going on with Richie? And this is from yahoo.com. And this article was done on August 20th of 2025. And this is not good, but Richie Sambora has sold a worse than dismal 80 copies of his big comeback single, Born to Rock. That's horrible. I didn't even know that. It's not just underperforming, it's invisible, a music industry source tells Straight Shooter. There's no traction, no radio play, no buzz. And he might have been born to rock, says one music executive, but the charts were not born to care. And that article was pretty quick. But here's the thing, you gotta promote your stuff, and you have to put it out there or else nobody's gonna know it's there. I had no idea there was even a song. Did you? See what I'm saying? And you gotta do the tour thing. I hate to say it. I don't hate to say it because I would love to see Richie Sambora. Are you kidding me? But you gotta get yourself out there, and you have to let people know you exist still. Isn't that crazy? But it's true. It's so true. Like, back in the day, in the '70s, and, I'm thinking '70s because that's where I'm basically from, but people put records in the back of their car, and they went directly to radio stations, handed out Coke like it was candy, and said, "Play my record," or gave them cash, payola, that whole thing, and that's how their music got played, and, well, for some people, not all people, but you had to get out there and promote yourself, and I think nowadays everything's going back to old school, everything, and it's not a bad thing. I think people like old school. People like human interaction because so much of it is being taken away by AI. So get your buddy out there, your buddy, and go wrangle some records, like give Kiki.FM a call. Maybe we'll play it, Richie. Maybe if you come to my house and play me a private concert. Maybe. Just Al heard that. He's like, dude, I'm gonna whip you. So anyway, Eric Clapton is going out on tour again in 2026. This is from bestclassicbands.com. Eric Clapton has announced the first dates of his 2026 tour with 9 concerts in April and May. So he's putting the dates out there a little bit at a time, which is great. And you can get your tickets, I guess, now. He's going to be 81 years old on March 30th, and he was out there a lot in 2025. And 2026 will be Eric's 63rd year as a professional musician. That's insane. He joined the Yardbirds in 1963, then went on to John Mayall's Blues Breakers, Cream, Blind Faith, Delaney and Bonnie and Friends, Derek and the Dominoes, Layla, great friggin' song. One of the greatest of all time. I mean, if you don't know that riff, I can't help you. Great song though. And let's see, the last piece I have for you guys. I think this is fantastic. So, Japan's new leader is a female. She's actually Japan's first female prime minister. You go, girl. I mean, I'm not like the girl power type of girl, but I kind of am. And I think this is awesome. But the coolest thing is Sanae Takachi. Takachi? I hope I'm saying that correctly. Sanae Takachi? I don't know. Help me. That is her name, I hope. Japan's first female prime minister. She was elected leader of the Liberal Democratic Party. She is also a heavy metal drummer. Can you stand it? So she actually played the drums in a heavy metal band while attending Kobe University, covering bands like Black Sabbath and Deep Purple. She still plays the drums on her electronic drum kit at her parliamentary residence. So that must be driving all of the people crazy on her staff. Oh, there goes Sanae again, playing the drums back in the off. It's not the Oval Office. What is it? I don't know. What is Japan's office place of a leader? What is that called? Tell me in the comments below. Heavy metal is a part of her broader interest. She also likes motorcycles, cars, and other high energy pursuits. So she is a daredevil. You go, Sanae. And some of her favorite artists include Iron Maiden and the band X Japan. I don't know. Some of these names, I literally don't know them. But so there you go, Sanae Takachi. You go, girl. That's all I could say is you go, girl. And let me see who I'm missing here this morning. And Kathy Bailey, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you for becoming a member. You are helping to keep this channel and Kiki.fm alive and growing and just here. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. And thank you, of course, to my other members. And let's see, Tanya said, for a second, I thought you meant the band Japan. And I was like, they're back together. Oh my gosh, I forgot all about them. That's so funny. And I love Al, but he was telling someone else he loved them, which is great. And Kathy Bailey also said Richie needs to do some things with Bon Jovi. You know, that was a question I had in my mind. Is Richie going to return to Bon Jovi? I don't know. John hurt his feelings. I guess when Richie left, it was like nothingness. He just didn't say a word, didn't beg him to come back. From what I remember reading, it was very sad. So Richie was sad. He was sad. Let me give you a hug, Richie. I mean, I don't know. It could happen. I think that would be the best case scenario for everyone, don't you? Sometimes in life, you know, when you're in this not me, I'm not in the industry, but when you're in that industry, sometimes you got to do what's best for the fans, not necessarily for yourself, but sometimes your fans want what they want. And to see Richie back with Bon Jovi for just a moment in time would be freaking amazing. I think it would be great for Richie's career. And it would be great for John's career too. I do. I just think it would be beneficial for both of them. Let us know what you think in the comments down below. So guys, have an awesome Thursday. I hope you all have a great day. I really do. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, listen to Kiki.fm on the free app in the App Store. And guys, remember, I love you, love you, love you. Mwah, and I will see you soon, hopefully tomorrow, unless I'm in bed sniffling and snorting all over the place with a box of Kleenex. But I hope not. I'm going to fight this thing today, tooth and nail, and not let it attack me. I'm telling you, I'm not going to let it. But if it does, I'll let you know. Have a great day, guys. Bye.